everybody, my name is Sherry. Welcome to my stamp studio. I'm excited to show you today's project. It ended up being super cute. But before we do, a couple of things. This is my first card club project for my online card club for December. So we can see we are using the Lights of Aurora. There will be 2 more projects. I send them supplies so they can make 6 cards. We do 3 designs, 2 of each. So if you are interested in being part of my online card club, go watch this video and it will explain everything and show you everything that you get this month. And there's a link down below it to subscribe. Then this is my submission for, I do a tutorial bundle with 14 other demonstrators from around the entire world. And in December, we're doing giftables. So I made this little ornament, and this will be, if you spend $50 with me, you'll get that PDF for free in December, and you can make this along with everybody else's projects. So today I am going to show you the very first project from my Try It class. So this will be the 17th Try It class that I have done. I do them every time a new catalog comes out, not just online exclusives. If online exclusives come out during a catalog, then they are included. This time I think there's one project, I think, from the online exclusives, maybe two, I guess, a paper and a suite. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a minute since I made the list, but I've done it 17 times. I love doing it, and as the name implies, you get to try a lot of stuff that are brand new releases. So I'm going to show you the very first project today. I will explain to you how the class works. But before I do that, let me show you a couple of past classes. So this book here is all of the PDFs. So in this class, every card or project gets its own video tutorial, but then you also get this book, and it will have all of the projects. You can see it has all the measurements, all the score marks, everything that I used on a project is listed here. So you can go back in the future. This is just this past holiday catalog. And then I wanted to show you, this video is actually up. This may be the one I stamped on. Yeah, there's no stamping in this class. This is one that we did later at one of my in-person events, so I added the stamping. But the card itself is right here, and there is a video. This was the first project I did for the holiday class. And then this one right here, I'll show you in a second, the one I just did. This is when this is a holiday catalog project, so this one is up on my YouTube channel. But this one right here is the project, and I like to take a past project and switch it around. So I'll show you that one that I've done. But you can see we have done so many projects, and I myself like to refer back to the PDFs, and sometimes I just switch them up a little bit, but it's so nice to have all the measurements and all the score marks and everything right here. So if you have done all 17 of them, I think there's probably a few of you that have, you could print this off and put it in a book. I would do double-sided if I was going to do it again. I didn't do that the first time. I think this is around here's where this one goes. I'm not quite sure where it does look like it came from here. Oh, it goes right here. So if you go watch this one, this is not a project that we will make, but isn't it beautiful? It is one of the suites that will be featured, but this has some stamping on it. And I took this card, a little bit festive. So this was a year ago's holiday catalog Try It class, and I just redid it with a new suite. So I like to take a whole new suite, just substitute in the pieces and do the exact same card, but it ends up being a totally different card, and that goes in here. That's why I had that paper there, so I didn't lose it. And that's what I did with this one. And you can go watch both of those. So both of those, the Fern one will show you a little bit more, I think, of this book. And early bird registration has opened. It will open today. It was already open for my Card Club members. They get the best discount. So if you subscribe to Card Club before the 10th of this month and you want the discount, just email me and I will get it for you. So when you get your your Try It class packet, there is a ton of stuff in it. You'll get a little baggie that has all the new embellishments that you'll need to put on your projects. You'll get a baggie that has all the new ribbons that will go on your projects. And then you get one of these stacked. You can also see on my YouTube channel, I always show everybody their packet so they don't have to look at theirs. That way theirs stays nice and neat. So it all comes basically cut for you. You'll see I'll have to cut this little guy out, but everything is ready to go. So like I said, there's no stamping. The cards go together pretty quickly. I would say normally we're doing 9 cards in this class. Probably about 2/3 of them are fun folds, then the rest will be templates. So for this one, I have 2 pieces of old olive, and you will just move all your stuff. It's always stacked in the order that you need it. We start at the very beginning of the catalog and we go back. I take notes in my catalog. I encourage you to take notes in your catalog. Then you can keep the catalogs with those print-offs of your PDFs, and you have a great resource for the future. So this is cute as a bug. That's sweet. And I have my piece of olive here. I'm going to score it at 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. Today I used up some retired colors of paper as I figured out the measurements for this, because I like to, this is a typical Z fold card, but I wanted it to work for the paper that I was putting on it. So I kind of messed with them until I got it there. So 2 3/4 and 5 1/2. You will need a scoring blade. You will need a bone folder. You'll need different kinds of adhesives, a ruler. The supplies that you need for this class are very basic. So it's a fun class to do with your friends if they're not really stampers, because it's super easy for them to put together. And then this one I am going to score. I never measured it the whole way. I will in the video when I do it for the tutorial, but it's 3 1/4 from each side because I wanted my squares to be 3 by 3s. So then I had to do some math. Math's not my favorite. That's why I like referring back to the PDFs, because I did the math once. I don't have to do it again. So that is all the scoring, and no more cutting for this. We do need to cut those little bugs out. And then grab your bone folder. And this is the panel of our card. And it's always nice when you do these to kind of go one direction for all your folds, and then I like to flip it back the other way and do it again. And then we'll put it back the way we started. And it gets it to lay as flat as it can, so that ends up being pretty flat. And then this one is just going to be the Z. When I design these cards, my goal is to get you as much of the paper on a card as I can without it looking gaudy. And sometimes it's just not possible because of the way the paper packs are. So this will go on like this. So it's a lot of the paper. You'll end up seeing, like on this card, I think you see all but one piece, because this large piece here, some people will have this one and some will have another one. And then it's always up to you. If you find a background that you'd rather, you can switch it over the other way. I shouldn't have done that because I was 99% certain I was using this side, but I really like that other pattern too. I'm going to do it this way because it was what's in my head, but I do like this little country picnic tablecloth look here. So you can see we have the blackberries and the strawberries. Obviously, this is coming from the January catalog. So here we are with lots of snow outside, and it's like 20 degrees. But this will be our spring catalog. And then this piece here is one of those sheets. I should have brought the whole pack of paper over that has the different panels. This was how I designed the sizes of this card, because it will end up that you get pieces of this, or you'll get this piece if your front didn't cut correctly. But I think 90% of them will cut correctly. So I'm hoping that the way the paper works out, that I can get everybody a correct one. So this is half of a panel. I think the other half, is on my other card, so I'll show you in a minute. But there's like checker patterns, when they do those little scenes. So that's how I designed this card. So that one's gonna go here. And you just make it so it lines up straight with your back. I like to start with that back piece and then just line everything up to match it. So that goes there. And then there is another one that is this piece. So you can use this side, and it also has the decisions. This piece gets mostly tucked inside, so you don't see a lot of it. So we'll see enough of our little creatures here. It's funny how those ants are so cute, but you know, the first day it's warm and you're like, oh, it's warm out. And then you're like, oh, I have ants in my house. I'm not happy when I see them that day. And so here's our other little piece. So I have this piece of vanilla. It will go here, and it's obviously so you can sign this. And then this piece I ran through, I don't remember what it's called. It's a new folder. It doesn't have a suite. It's a standalone. And of course I don't have the paper here, but it's maybe called Checks and Flowers, because you can see it's got checks and flowers. It's a name kind of like that. I don't remember exactly what the name was. That's gonna go here. Maybe I'm gonna switch this one. I can put this one here. I'm gonna do that. So I'm switching this a little bit from my other card, because you can always flip something a different direction or do it a different way. And then you will, in your little ribbon packet, you will have this fabulous specialty rickrack that's in Old Olive. And you will just tie a bow. We don't want it to overwhelm our little characters, so it won't be a big bow. But the ribbon ties really nicely, and it will lay nice and flat. You don't need to tie a super strong knot, because we will be taping it down to the card. It's going to go on this panel here. And that. And flip this around. Make sure the adhesive on the edges down by the ribbon gets really close to that, so when you pull the ribbon around, it holds. So early bird pricing is good for, I think I said it, for like 10 days, and then it goes to regular pricing. This class, sometimes it fills, sometimes it doesn't. I've been able to add a little bit more spacing to it, because my husband and I have gotten better at doing it. It's a little overwhelming, all the cutting and the stacking and the collating and all of that. So at one point I had less people because we didn't have the capacity. So let me take a second, and I'm going to cut these little guys out. When we do the class together, I will show you all of the full pieces of paper. And that way, the sheets that you don't get, you get to see. So I'm going to use some dimensionals on this. And because it's a little bit of paper, I'm going to kind of do a mix of the big ones and the little ones. So first we have our little ladybug that's reading out in the garden. Pop this on here. And then we have our Lily of the Valleys, and it looks like these are going to mostly take the tiny dimensionals. So a lot of times, maybe not the adhesive sheets or the long adhesive strips, but a lot of times we use all the other. Because sometimes there's embellishments that have to be glued with the liquid glue. Sometimes there's ones that have to be put on with the Tombow. Sometimes we add ribbon with glue dots, but it doesn't mean that you have to. I would say the dimensionals are the only ones that, because they're different, that you would need to make sure that you had those. And then I'm a big seal fan, so I use seal, but you can use glue. Okay. And then when you have lots of them, especially on something dainty like this, start at the bottom and just kind of lay them down one at a time so that it doesn't go crooked or bend that. And then that will give those some nice stability on our card. So now you want to take your card here. We're going to put adhesive on the back of our little Z. And then open this up, and this is going to go a smudge towards the right. And it doesn't really matter where, because then we're going to open this up, and I'm just going to add some adhesive right here. I'm going to do it on this side so it doesn't go too far and doesn't need a lot. And then close that. And then you have your little Z, and you can see this piece in here. You can still see it, but don't stress about which piece you're going to add because you don't see that much of it. And then you have a die cut. So on this particular one, I could have added it here, and it is in vanilla and pecan pie. And this is vanilla. So probably if I was going to put it there, I would get like my crumb cake blend or maybe my lemon lolly blend and color it, because you can always do that. Maybe I will. Let's do that. I didn't do it on the other, so again, this is something you wouldn't have to do, but if you want to add sentiments or you want to color, let me see if I can find. So I'm just going to take my, I think that's lemon lolly down there. It looks like it. Just going to add a little brush of this on here. I'm not going to do the whole thing, and then I'm just going to go back and do this side here so it's a little bit darker, because you don't have to have both your blends. If it's a little thing like this, you can do the shading just with an extra coat. But I am going to do this one flat to my card. And then it has the little topper. You could add Wink of Stella if you want. Really, I'm giving you the materials and the basics of a card, and then what you want to do with it. If you want to tweak it a little bit more, you're always welcome. And then you'll have the pictures. This one's different than my other one, so you'll have the picture of both. Then the embellishments for this suite are so super cute. They are the Ladybug Garden epoxy shapes. So you will have one ladybug. I don't know how to put these back in here. And 2 of the little raindrops, which means I'm going to end up with not as many raindrops left at the end of the class, and probably more of the ladybugs. So for this one, I'm going to do it again different than my other one. I put my ladybug and put it here. And then there's 2 sizes of raindrops, so you'll have one of each. So these are great because they look like little raindrops, little dewdrops in the garden. So here's this one. So the main difference on all the cards, everybody will have different little animals, because there's a full sheet of little bugs. There's 2 sizes of mushrooms. So you'll see they are toadstools. You'll see on the other one. And then kind of where you position your paper. This piece of paper right here, half the people would get the berries and half the people will get the mushrooms. So here's my other one. You can see on this one, I put this piece of paper here, and I put that in there. Here's my little mushroom. This is the one that has all the toadstools and mushrooms on the back of that piece of paper. And then these will all be a little bit different. And then on this one I guess she's a grasshopper with her little flower. So I put my little dewdrops there. So they're all the same but different. So if you're interested, I will have a link down below this video. You can head to the registration page and all the information is there. The class, typically I can't buy all of the stuff I need until we're able to order, which is usually like around January 5th or 6th. I haven't looked. And it takes us a good week after that. We cut as much as we can from what I can pre-order, but it's not enough for the class. So typically for the January class, because of that delay of us being able to order it not on January 1st since it's a holiday, typically I have it ready, and then I'm like ready to go to the post office, and I'm like, oh, it's Martin Luther King Day. So because that's happened almost every January, I would say around Martin Luther King Day. Last year I was aware that Martin Luther King Day was coming, and I think that maybe we beat it by a day, or it was ready and we took it the day after. But it does seem like that's the target date just for when we're physically able to get it done. So if you have questions, I'd be happy to answer them. It's my 17th one. I'm looking forward to it. Have a great day. Bye.